Hello everybody, welcome to the first video of 2024. In this video, I want to go over a couple of expectations, 5 to be exact, so that both you and I can be on a similar page, and so that I can go through both the free and premium Endura groups and anything that really revolves around that. So let's go ahead and get started. Number one, when it comes to trading, you are learning derivatives, right? It doesn't matter what book you're reading, or I'm going to put a time frame on that. Anything within the next 50 to 100 years, nobody has really, quote unquote, invented anything, right? We've all used a baseline of information, whether you obtain that from a book, a video, an individual, a company, whatever. We have that baseline of information. We iterate it over a substantial amount of time. During that time, we record results, and we use the data that has been given to us to create refinements within the strategy. And when you put that all together, that is your quote unquote derivative. That is your edge. Whether it's good or bad, that's not really what I'm trying to refer to here. But when it comes to anything you are consuming in terms of content or in terms of just information, everything is a derivative. So you should take what you can understand, apply it when you can, refine it as you go, and kind of just keep doing that, rinse and repeating that, and you will, over a long period of time, you will create your edge. Okay, number two, you as a quote unquote student, and I hate that word, but just for argument's sake, you as a student have to meet me halfway. It's important that you meet me halfway. Like me as a teacher, or quote unquote teacher, I have to be able to present information in a way that is not only digestible, but it is applicable. An example of that, the invalidation point. The invalidation point is a crucial aspect of our system. So I cannot say that an invalidation point is the point where your trade is invalidated. Like, nah, duh, like obviously, but that is not helpful. I have to say that in a way that is digestible and applicable. So how about this? An invalidation point is the immediate external solidified point of the range that you are currently playing in. That is much more digestible. That is much more applicable than the original definition, right? So I have to do that 50%, and then your 50% is you have to study this information, right? You have to develop a strategy around this information, and you have to iterate this information, refine it, and create your derivative. But there is no easy way to this. You cannot cheat this. This is just bottom line. If you do not put in the work, if you do not put in the time, I cannot save you. Nobody can save you. Okay? So number three, sorry. Right, as many of you all know, we have pretty much given out both of our courses and a lot of webinars that are still being uploaded on a pretty much every Monday and Thursday. Right, we're kind of just giving this out for free. We've created a Discord that is also for free, and we also have the premium group. But I want to make something clear. There is a reason for giving these free courses, this free information, this free help, these free series that I'm going to make. It's all for a reason. And that reason is that over the years, everyone within RCV, or pretty much the entire RCV group, has been built organically. I've not really done too much on the advertisement side, so it has naturally made that the type of quote unquote customer, or the type of member that has joined the group, have had very similar characteristics. I don't want to get too deep into that because I still want that to be organic. But the bottom line is, the reason for me doing this is because these are all filters. Some people cannot afford mentorship. Some people do not want mentorship. And some people just won't fit the RCV group. And I want to keep that type of individual consistent, and I want that to continue to grow organically. At least from after the point of the free group, right? Getting people into the free group, that is something I'm going to focus on this year. But I'm kind of deviating away. But the bottom line is, these are all filters, and I want to maintain the same type of individual within the premium groups because that has worked over the past couple of years. And I hope that it keeps continuing to work over the next couple of years. So that kind of also ties to the win-win-win scenario that I've been talking about over the past couple of years, where I want the business to win, I want the premium group to win, and I want the public to win as well. Right? That is what I consider the win-win-win scenario, and it doesn't matter what order it is as long as they all win. So yeah, so I'm trying to push that win-win-win scenario. And the last expectation, and this is something that I don't really hear many people talk about, but being a quote unquote teacher is very difficult. Like it's extremely difficult because me, like I said previously, as a quote unquote teacher, I have to be able to present information in a digestible and applicable way. And not only that, like many people don't understand the point of a quote unquote teacher, right? Ultimately, you could say that my goal is to make you a profitable trader, but it's not as black and white as that. The point of a teacher is for you to eventually become better than them. That bottom line is the goal. And how I have kind of translated that into this industry is I want to get you from a point of unsuccessfulness to be able to understand how to win a trade, because the only commonality that every successful trader has is that they know how to win a trade. I'm not saying that they know how to win every trade, but they know how to win a trade. And if that is essentially the idea, that I want to make the foundation so that from there you become profitable. So also when it comes to that, right? If you're contemplating between joining, let's say, not even my group, but any group, right? And you've had a bad circumstance previously with X group, I just want to make something clear. Do not let a bad decision burn you twice. Um, what do I mean by that is like, look, a lot of people have been screwed over in the industry before. It is what it is. You can't let that decision burn you twice. You cannot let that decision withhold you from making a good decision. Um, and see these things as learning lessons to yourself, right? Of course, there are very big extremes where, people have very bad circumstances where they lose a very big chunk of their livelihood over this stuff. But for the majority, that doesn't happen to everybody. If you have been burned and you are still willing to be in this industry, then you have to suck it up, man. You have to suck it up. And I'm not saying that you should purchase my group or whatever. No, that's not what I'm getting at all. I'm just saying don't let a bad decision withhold you from making a good decision. All right. And the final point within this expectation is that the hardest part, right? And I've already mentioned this, but the hardest part about running the group or running a mentorship is that I have to present information in a digestible and applicable way. And that is something that I'm continuously working on. But because I am not perfect at that, and I never will be, that is what essentially inclines me to really push the maintenance side, because I really want to see what you are doing so that I can give you some feedback. And that is the only way that I can see progress coming from my Endura members is you send me journals, you send me case studies. I need to see what you are doing, and I need to give you feedback on that so that you can grow using the feedback and using your experience. Okay, so that stuff is done. Let's move on to the Endura groups. Hello everybody, I am adding a subsection within this video just kind of to showcase the RCVisionaries domain, right, and the second part, right, of the Endura program. As you all know, the Endura program, it includes the premium Discord, but it also includes the Visionary Vault, which is where we store all case studies slash Zoom recordings slash course recordings as well. All right, so when you're on our website at rcvisionaries.com, signing up is very, very easy. All you have to do is hit sign up, input your information. From there, you will be asked to input your card details, right? And this is how you can begin your 6-month trial. If you wish to pay with crypto, then you can just DM me personally on Instagram or send me an email, and both of those are down below as well. And if you're asking why we're doing 6-month trials rather than just starting the subscription base or the subscription fee right off the bat, and the reason for that is that I just personally think that 6 months is a perfect test size for you to kind of go through everything, experience the group, and figure out whether or not the group is meant for you. Um, right? Obviously, different teachers teach different things, but different students interpret different types of teachings. So I just want to make sure that RCV is a good fit for you. So a 6-month trial, I think, is a suitable amount of time for you to realize whether or not this is the right place for you. After those 6 months, we'll have like a quick conversation, and if you wish to continue, cool. We will start the the subscription fees from there. And if not, then hey, I wish you the best. I will still continue to post YouTube content, and I'm sure you could still receive value in some type of way. All right, so once you complete both of these steps, then you will find the My Vault section. The first 6 sections of the vault are the updated course that is on YouTube. This is just like another way of reaching the same objective, which is to reach the video, which is under either the introduction, market structure, RCV concept, Wyckoff method, miscellaneous, or psychology section. Um, if you are to scroll a bit further, then I have an Endura exclusive section. This is where I will post, or this is something that I restarted recently with posting case studies of both wins and losses, primarily wins on this section. I usually go over every loss in my Zooms. But I kind of didn't do these for a while, and I just thought it was a bit repetitive to do case studies over trades that I'm already reviewing on the weekly Zooms. And I kind of had to break a belief that, hey, like, bottom line is not everybody watches every single Zoom. People have other priorities to attend to. So once I broke that belief, I just said, hey, maybe some people can't watch all the Zooms all the time. So, right, I could have designated case studies, right? That could be, a shorter form content, right? That can also be very valuable for you as well. So this is something I've just recently started up again. And more of these will come just as time progresses. And our final section is the recorded webinar section, where we have pretty much every single Zoom that has been recorded, right? For the past, I would say, year, 2 years. All right, everything else will probably be posted on YouTube. Yeah, pretty much everything from August 27th and back, that is all going to be posted on YouTube. Who knows, maybe I'll upload more. Just because it is a lot of Zooms, it's a lot of time. And I know not every member is going to be able to watch all of these. It's over 100 hours of content, but kind of just wanted to give you guys an overview. So let's get back to the video. So first things first, if you guys want to join this group, it will be down in the description, but I'm not going to go through these messages. I'm going to just try to make this quick. I don't want to take up too much of your time. Excuse me. But when it comes to the free group, we have 2 sections, the English and the Spanish section. I know that I have a lot of followers from Latino America or from Spain, etc., that do not speak English, but they still follow and support the group. So hey, this is for you all. If you go into the group, you can read the introduction, you can read the rules, you can find the link to our free courses, you can find the information on how to join the premium group. And if you don't want to join the premium group, I also offer external consulting/coaching services, where if you want to take up my time, whether it's just one individual or whether it's a vast amount of individuals, right, there are prices set accordingly to each. And then case study Saturdays, this is something that I want to implement over the next couple of weeks. It's pretty much the first series that I do want to heavily push, because like I said, when it comes to, in my opinion, when it comes to breaching that gap between an unsuccessful trader to learning how to win a trade, I need to see what you are doing. And a big service that I do within the Endura program is that every weekend you can send me your trade journals. I will go through my iPad. I will take notes on the information that you send me, and I will send over my feedback to you directly, personally. And I do these myself. I do not have anybody else do these, just because it kind of defeats the purpose if I don't do it myself, right? So I want to bring this service to everybody, to the public. And what I want to do is, I'm not going to go through the requirements. You guys can come in and read these, but I want to start doing these live, not even live, but I want to record myself doing these for people in the free group, and just posting them once a week. I will only be doing, let's say, 3 to 5 to 10 overall entries per video. Just depends on how long they are. but I do have limits on each, and I have set examples for you all to watch. So if you want personalized information, hey, take advantage while it's here. This is something I really want to push. So please, like, send me your journals, send me your case studies. And then every time I do one, I will post them in the submissions tab, right? Obviously there's the English tab. And then this has been going really well. I really like how this group is coming along. I will definitely be very attentive and make sure that there's no bad apples in the group. Any bad apples will be banned immediately. I will not tolerate any BS. Um, but yeah, there's not much else to the free group. If you guys want to join, we're almost at 500 members. I would love to get this to 1,000 by, let's say, the end of Q1. So hopefully we can reach that goal. Fingers crossed. Okay, so now onto the premium group. What do I do in the premium group? Well, we do Zooms every weekend, right? I do journal reviews every week for every member that sends me those journal reviews. And I also do case study reports. If you send me a case study, you just want one specific scenario, then you can send that my way during the designated times. And yeah, when it comes to that, we can go through a bit of the group. I have a process set out for everyone. The first week till the first, or pretty much till week 48, we have a specific process on how you go about the group. From here, we also have rules, the guide, the Zoom links, announcements, the chat, the basic stuff, you know what I mean? I have an executive room, which is only for my admins, and I have an elite room, which is for my elite visionaries, which I have covered in an Instagram post, where I have a tier system within the group. The beginner visionary role is given out to everybody for the first 6 weeks of enrollment. I do not want you to message anyone. I do not want you to message the group chat. I want you to lock in. I want you to study the information that's given to you. I want you to apply. And then after that, you are given the visionary role. And now you can begin to interact. You can begin to send me journals, etc., etc. And then once you meet a certain level of profitability, then I will end up waiving off the monthly fee, and you are in my group forever for free. Why? Because if I can get you to bridge that gap, or to complete that gap, or to pretty much eliminate that gap of unsuccessful to successful trader, then you are now an asset to my group, and I do not want your money because my goal has been achieved. So yeah, other than that, we have a recognitions tab where people post their winning trades. I don't just want you to post MT4 trades on here, like MT5 trades, C trader trades, whatever. I want you to show deep analysis with explanations as to why you took each trade. And then I have the success tab where people can post payouts, withdrawals, etc. And then from here, I have 2 individuals in the group who are very big on fundamentals, and one actually works in the investment banking space, and they, you know, kind of give us some cool information. I will say, cool, just keep it at that cool information. And then from there, we have the tutoring tabs. I have my personal markups where I kind of just show both my wins and losses, and then we review these every week during our Zooms. And then all of my elite visionaries / admins who are proven to be profitable, which I will note, we have 15 elite visionaries in the group. And mind you, the group is only about 150 people. So that ratio is very good. And it also helps with not overflowing the group chat with messages, but it's active enough to where it's active every single day. But yeah, there's not much more to that. If you have any questions with this, join the free group, interact with me, or just send me a DM on Instagram at RCVisionaries. And like I said, the link to this will be in the description. And let's just kind of end it off on one last thing, is that, look, I'm not trying to sell you on anything, right? If you do not want to join the Endura group, you do not have to. We will have a ton of free stuff here. And my goal is to impact 100,000 traders over the next 5 years. So I think it's a very doable goal, and I'm going to take measures to make sure that I complete that goal. And even if you were not to join the premium Endura group, right, I want you guys to focus on 2 things when it comes to joining a community or group. One is, can they deliver on the goal of the service? Which, like I said, my goal is to teach you the anatomy of how to win a trade, right? And we can discuss that in a future video, right? But you guys can feel free to reach out to my members, reach out through, or go look for my reviews. It's all there. And number 2 is this group in your best interest? And if you were to ask me that, I would say 100% yes. That's why, you're kind of incentivized to put in the work, because at the end of the day, nobody wants to pay a subscription, right? If you are profitable, like I said, I do not want your money. So bottom line is, come into the group, work hard. There's people that with very similar mindset to you, and there's people that are where you want to be. So I just don't see why this isn't a great place to just reside in within this industry. So yep, with that being said, I'll see you guys in the free chat and in the next video.